This reading is for someone who is discovering that they're coming to the end of their experience and relationship with someone who has shown themselves to be very toxic in your life. And if you're in a situation like this, and this resonates with you, this reading may have messages that are healing and helpful for you. And if it resonates, there will also be an extended available in the description box below. But let's get right into the oracle cards. First, we have my genuine desire to serve clears the path for me to step into my purpose. Compassion is my compass. I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. I celebrate my progress. Awareness, not perfection, is the goal. And I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. Then we have hold on lightly. If you can enter deeply into this life, immersing yourself in its profundity, yet holding lightly to every experience and letting it go when its time is done, you will live with grace and courage. And the active creation of calm. Do that which requires all of you to be completely present, to climb, to dive, to fly or fall. All mindful action will bring you back to yourself and beyond the thoughts that eat at your peace. And a sea of blessings. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change. And lastly, the activated ally. Waking up to the fact that something or someone no longer serves your life anymore, and it's actually causing more harm than good to be a part of this thing or with this person, it can be really heart-shattering. But your guides are asking you to continue to stay on the path that you've started and to not let your vision of your path be clouded by the destruction that this person or organization or job, whatever it is, may have brought into your life. You can have compassion for the person that you're talking to or expressing this need to move on with, but continue, like this says, continue to step into your purpose, and don't, even though you feel you have a gentle heart and you feel this compassion for them, don't let them hold you back. If they're doing damage to you, don't let them hold you back. And it can be really scary to communicate what you feel needs to be said. But know that your words matter and how you feel matters. And you can express whatever that is with ease, trusting and knowing that what you have to say is important and it should be respected and listened to. And with hold on lightly, people come into our lives for so many different reasons. They come to teach us very specific lessons to help us with our healing and our growth in ways that we couldn't have done without them. And so we can be so grateful for this person or situation that we're leaving behind, and hold on lightly. Allow them to leave your life if you feel that that is what is necessary, and step into the present moment with them as you communicate with them, to be really clear about what's going on in your relationship. And when you are expressing how you feel, if the conversation turns into a toxic situation, which can happen if you're dealing with someone who is very toxic, you can bring them into the present moment by asking them if they're interested. If they're interested in a solution, if they're interested in healing, and if they are, this whole situation could completely turn around if this person is interested in a solution and in healing. And the way you can know that is if they respond, yes, I'm interested in a solution, then you can ask them what that is. What's their ideas for a solution in this situation? And then you can explore that. But if they say no, then you have your answer and you can hold on lightly and let them go. But whatever you do, as you are in this conversation with this person, if they start sending you on a merry-go-round, and if they start trying to blame you or shame you for how you feel, if they're not respecting that, you just step off of that merry-go-round by being in the present. And I love the next cards that came out. You are the change that you're seeking. And if you feel like something needs to change here, if you feel like things aren't working, you can't rely on someone else to make that change. You have to step into that change first. And you have somewhere in your life an activated ally, someone who's on your team, someone who cares deeply about you. And although this situation may be crumbling, there's someone in your circle that will help lift you out of this heartbreak or this stress or this fear that you're feeling. There's help. And even if it's just from your guides, ask for that help. Seek that help because it's available to you. And from the tarot, we can see that this relationship has become a really heavy burden, and you've done your best to continue to carry those heavy energies that this relationship has brought into your life and to not let it show how difficult this relationship actually has been. And this relationship may have led you to feel a lot of depression, and you could be with a crowd of people and still feel very alone because you are not being respected and cared for in the way that you need. And you may have really struggled in this relationship with a lot of attacks on your character and on your vision, your opinions, your ideas, and your life path. And you may have, even if it's just energetically, you may have felt like you needed to stand up for yourself. And whether or not you actually did that, the Seven of Wands here shows that you may have spent a lot of time in this relationship feeling attacked. And at times, it may have felt really overwhelming. And in this struggle, you may have just put on a smile and pretended like everything was fine. But we can only go along with that for a certain amount of time before it completely drains us of all of our energy, all of our love, and all of our light. Sometimes when we're with people who could care less about our heart and our needs, we can play along for a time until they have taken everything from us, and then our bodies, our mind, and our heart demand for change. They demand that we set boundaries to protect ourselves. But we may have felt so anxious about this and so worried about this that we continue to give our love to people who breadcrumb us and could care less about who we are and what we need. But this has brought us to a choice point. The Two of Wands represents a crossroads. We can stay with what's familiar, or we can step into newness. But just like our oracle cards said, that you are the wind of change that flows through life. You are the one, you are the divine creator of your life, and you are the one that makes the changes that you feel need to be made so you can reach your highest potential. And if this situation or person is not helping you, if they are not an activated ally, if they're actually the opposite of that, it's important that you release yourself from this situation and go find people who do support you and do care about you and your progression. And the song that my guides wanted me to include in this reading as a message for you is The Power of Goodbye by Madonna. And in this song, she's talking about how she realizes that the person she's with, that their heart is not open. When she communicated with this person, she realized that they are not interested in solutions and healing. They're just interested in serving themselves and breadcrumbing you. And in the song, she also says, freedom comes when you learn to let go. And this person was her lesson that she had to learn. And it's okay to be at the end of the road with someone or a situation. It's okay. And I know, even though it's really painful, sometimes the spell's been broken and we can see people clearly, and we know it's time to move on. Find people who support you because they're all around you, and then real healing can begin. And in the extended, we'll be looking into what life looks like as you choose yourself and to move forward toward healing.